Good afternoon, great people, and welcome to another action-packed episode of Montez at Midday. I'm your host, your boy Dre Montez, and how's everyone doing on this magnificent What It Do Wednesday, way back Wednesday edition of the show? If you're off today, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for tuning in. It means a lot. Do appreciate it. It goes a long way across the board when the people show up and show out. Shout out to my boy B. He's out there enjoying his vacation as we took a day off to the track yesterday. What's up to my man Alex at the track? It was an over day for me at the track. First time in over 5 years. I went to the track and nothing happened. But the weather yesterday was spectacular. And I don't think today is going to disappoint either. But I'm not a weatherman. But I did stay at a Holiday Inn Express before. That's right there. That's what it actually counts right there. People want to know things like that, don't they? Huh? We got high fives in the building, don't we? High fives in the building. Chest bump. Let's hug this thing out. Oh, there we are. Oh, 2 times. But them hugs go a long way. They go a long way. If you got a fur baby at home, it's like getting a hug, when you hug yourself. Sometimes you got to do that when you wake up, before you leave the house, midday, and most importantly, as soon as you get home. Because it's a battlefield out there, apparently, from what I hear and understand. If you are celebrating a birthday today, happy birthday to you. If you're celebrating an anniversary, happy anniversary to you. If you proposed to someone and they said, I do, congratulations. If you snuck off and got married and y'all going to keep it a secret until Thanksgiving when y'all with the family, congratulations. Y'all did it. Y'all did it. If you finally got your own shit, but you don't have a bed yet, you don't have a couch yet, but you got your own shit, it's coming, okay? It's coming. Everything doesn't happen at one time as they trick us in believing in Hollywood. They make homeless life look fun. You know what I'm saying? They make rejection look fun in Hollywood. But in reality, it's coming. It's coming. There you go. There you go for sure. There you go. All right, good people. Let's get our words of the day of encouragement out the way, okay? We're going to let it go. Ignore them. Give it time. Don't compete. Stay calm. It's on you. And laugh. Laughing is so amazing. I think I laugh every day. I have to. Not just because I'm forced to laugh. I just think comedic things happen around me that I am not responsible for. Case in point, we're in the beginning of college basketball season, men and women. And let's not applaud and forget what happened last year in college basketball, men and women. But the women showed out last year in college basketball. They showed out. They showed out. We haven't made it a full 2 weeks yet. And they already want to pick who's going to be the national champion based on 1 week of play. 1 week of play. I put basketball players in the same regard as I do football players and baseball players. I put you in the same regard. You know what's about to happen this season. What should we be doing, sir? Getting your body ready. Getting the body ready. You can't wait till the week before to get ready for college basketball season. It doesn't happen that way. The older I got, the more I understood this. I play ball with some fitness guys that were just really into stretching, the whole calisthenics, the whole diet. In the beginning, I didn't get that shit. Didn't get it. Once I hit 35, the body knows. The body knows. Not saying a 35-year-old body and an 18 to 21-year-old body are the same, no way at all. But what I'm saying, you have to prepare what the body is about to go through. That last-minute preparation doesn't work anymore. Oh, no. And you can really, really tell right now the difference in today's athlete based on preparation, off-season workout, and, of course, the mind. It is totally different. Not saying no era is better. Just saying there's a difference. There's a vast difference for sure. We're in that pinnacle point right now of the NFL. Who's right? Who's wrong? I told you so. Where that boy come from? Why didn't they make the trade? What the hell are we doing? Now what's going to happen? So who's coming next? All these questions are being asked or challenged right now at the state we're at with the NFL season. It's up in the air to me. Yeah, Philly looks good, but it's not consistent. Yeah, the Chiefs look good, but we all know there's something going on the right side of that offensive line. We see the potential in Dallas, but do they? We know what the Buffalo Bills can be and who they actually are in front of us. I can't put my foot on what the Chargers are wanting to do, trying to do, or should be doing. I can't. I don't know. San Fran, we had some idea, but we all thought in the back of our mind, something's going to happen where? At the quarterback position. What? The injury affects the outcome of the season. That's where we're at right now with this NFL season. A lot of 3 and 5s out there. Going to be a bunch of 4 and 5s in a minute. That 500 pillar right there. Who missed the boat the first half of the season? Who could be that surprise team to come back and say, hey, we fucked up in the beginning? What could this mean if they take off the interim label off of Antonio Pierce with the Vegas Raiders? What would that mean for the minority coaches moving forward if they take that label off and good things happen out there in Vegas? That more of a scrutiny, more of an eye, or are we changing the whole interview process here? That's something to keep an eye on, for sure. But with that head-scratching point right now, from fantasy football to office pools to our own fan base, the own love of our team, we're all scratching our head. What could this have been? And as a Bronco fan, I'm saying it each and every day. I'm tossing and turning in my sleep. I know it's a rock song, but I want to use it right now. College football right now. How do you feel as a fan? As a fan of college football, not a groupie, but a fan of the game of college football. You love everything there is about college football. And now we've been dealt this black eye of possible cheating, sign stealing, neglect, manipulation, overall lying, or what we call bullshit. That's going on right now. I see the only way that this could be done and handled, Harbaugh has to go. We can rewind the tape and look what happened at Louisville when Pitino was there. Who was overall responsible for what happened to the head coach? What's the difference? Well, they're both white guys. What's the difference? So what? They both got a high pedigree in the coaching and throughout the collegiate field and the professional field. So what's the difference? What's the holdup here? The only thing we missing, what is a Tubi movie coming out of this side of this Michigan thing since the sex book came out of Louisville? You got to make it make sense to me. Well, we're waiting after 2 p.m.? Okay. In that regard, okay. But the only way this makes sense, Michigan is ineligible for the playoffs, and Harbaugh must be fired right now, effective immediately. That's the only way this could be helped and make the Big Ten look proud and understand what happened in the level of competition. That's what we're facing right now. To me, looking at this, moving ahead and thinking forward, thinking outside of the box, so to speak. The only way to fix that. If Pitino was held responsible as the coach, what makes it different for Jim Harbaugh under his watch with these allegations? Which upon further review and investigation, it seems it is true. I guess time will tell for sure. That's the beauty of this thing. We all think we know something when we're finding out these stories at the beginning, and then we find out what really happened. Then we're like, oh, man, I didn't think it was that bad. Well, it is. We're going to take a short break here and come back and get into our topics of today. All right, be back with more Montez at Midday.
Mountain Man Screw. As smooth as a river flows. mountainmanscrub.com. Get your scrub on.
Woo-hoo! What's going on, good people, and welcome back to another episode of Montez at Midday. How we doing, good folk, good people? Thank you for tuning in. Uh-oh. Don't you hate when that happens, when the leg falls off on the side? Nobody tells you, the leg fell off, Daddy. There we go. We're back. All right. How we doing? How we doing? What's going on, Mickey? My brother from the state of Washington. What's going on, my man? What's going on? How's that weather up there in the left corner of the world? The left corner of the world. How's it going up there for you, my good man? All right, good people. I can't believe we're almost into the second week of November. You know, when you're a kid, that phrase and that terminology, time flies, that really is a thing. That really is a thing for sure. It 100% it is a thing. But thank you guys for tuning in. So let's get on into it. As I mentioned in the pre-show that we posted on TikTok, Dre Montez 63, I recently watched the documentary Judy Blume. And as a child, I read the book, Are You There, God, It's Me, Margaret. Now I recently saw the movie, Are You There, God, It's Me, Margaret. And my question is this. Girls ages 12 to 14 had a lot of resources and tools to go to investigate, to research about themselves, find out about themselves, and the possibilities of becoming who they thought they should be becoming. But they had places to go for girls. They had a place to go in these books. And my question is, men in their 50s and 60s, was there a book when you were the ages of 12 to 14 that you went to help you understand you at that moment that you can recall, that you think you could share with somebody? Hey, this book here, it really helped me. This book really, at that time, 12 to 14, you're dealing with things that are way out of your control. Your parents' relationship, your living situation, your financial situation, hell, even your schooling. You got to go where they go. You got to do what they say do. A lot of things way out of your control in that matter. And it could probably affected your lifestyle, your behavior in school, your behavior at home, your behavior among friends, your participation. It affected your whole being of you between the ages of 12 to 14. That puberty time, that the body is changing, weird smells are happening. There's a muscle in your pants moving for no apparent reason at all. And you're trying to figure all this stuff out. Was there a book that you can recall as a boy? You didn't talk to your parents about this or relative. You're just trying to figure shit out. Was there something that you went to? Because if you read the book, Are You There, God, It's Me, Margaret, girls had something to go to. They had a source. And if you saw the documentary, it was a phenomenal thing that happened to young girls at that time to explain adolescence to them at that time. And as teenage boys, preteens, adolescents, 12 to 14 years old, I don't recall myself having a book to go to. I had a sport to go to, but when it came to the book, I don't know. And watching that movie and reflecting on the documentary and reading the book and comprehending all that in today's terminology and lifestyle, I'm wondering, is there a book that all can go to in that age of 12 to 14? Hey, if you are an educator out there, or understand what I'm talking about, and you can refer something here, please share it with the people of the people, by the people. Let people know what's something that helped you out. Like, hey, I'm not trying to tell you to do what they say in this book, but here is some guidelines. Here's something with a different view of things. It's like the visualization that they gave all boys that they deemed coming from impoverished lifestyles or a bad community in the 70s and 80s. They gave this and showed you this film called Scared Straight. So far as trying to shock the mind in a more positive attitude without putting the fear in you, did you have a book that you actually read, whether it was part of the curriculum or not? If you wouldn't mind sharing it, I would greatly, greatly appreciate it. Shout out again to the talented and lovely Miss Cupcake for being on the show 2 days in a row. Monday, we were down at Friendly's in South City. If you haven't been to Friendly's in South City, damn what RFT says. Go down there for yourself and check out the men and women that are there for you. Huh? Great food, great staff, amazing patio, and it's also pet friendly and kid approved. Get on down there and say hello to the people, of the people, by the people. Miss Cupcake came on the show to talk about her calendar. 26 photos of Cupcake. Yeah. Check out at Merv's 21, by the way. Check out for sure. Stop on by for evening time. I think they have fun down there at that bar. All right, I'm going to stay with her in that guideline right there about reading a book back in the day. We're going to stay with the guideline here on Montez at midday. That reading a book back in the day, that's like 70s and 80s, you know. I mean, people still read books now. It's just not the damn same. You know, it's just not the same. You know what I'm talking about. This phrase was offensive back in the day. Calling someone a housewife or calling someone a house husband. It had negative, it had positive, it had a you shouldn't, or you had that. I'm proud to be called that. But you have responsibilities when that name was out there. But when you were kids, you didn't know what your parent did that stayed at home all day. It wasn't your damn business. Wasn't your business what was going on at the house while you're supposed to be in school. Somebody else leaves the house, and somebody stays in the house. When we were younger, we always wondered what was going on at the house when we at school. I wonder what mama doing. I wonder what my daddy doing right now. Everybody thought that. But as you got older, you start hearing these terms and these phrases, you know, and then it all changed. Stay at home dad, stay at home mom. Okay. I guess to make everybody feel a bit more comfortable with their role. But I'm asking in today's term, not pointing fingers, not shaking my head, but I'm questioning the theory and also the verbiage. What is it called now? What do you call it now? The household job. That's it. The household job. Who maintains the household? It should be a group effort. But what is the responsibility now of the person that's at home? I'm not talking about the person that works for another company in the daytime at home. No, I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about the person. There's no job. There's no paycheck from no other company coming to you in that house for doing other work in the house or doing work in the house. She's taking care of the house. What is the responsibility of the person that takes care of the home now? What is the actual responsibility now? What is the role now? It's 2023. We're close to 24. It's right down the damn street. What is the responsibility of the person that's staying at home? Not working from home, but if you at home, what is that daily responsibility? There should be no conversation when the other person comes through the door about, other than what did you do today? Or why didn't that get done? How was your day? How was your day? That should be the conversation. Not on looking over the shoulder. You got the white glove out. Obviously, you didn't wipe this shit down. See your ass played the game all day. Why my towels all stuck together, huh? It's Wednesday. You never know. But I'm asking out there, really. Not talking about single people that live alone or occasionally have a hookup. We're not talking about you. Talking about the people that live with a person. You share this dwelling together. Not working from home. You don't have a job. But you at home, another person leaves the house. Or even if that person works from home, one of you are working from home and one of you don't have a job or leave the house to work. But what is the responsibility of the person that's home? And what is your title called today? What do you call that person? I call it who maintains a household job. See, I didn't say house husband, housewife, How's them? How's they? I said, who maintains the household job? Huh? I'm asking for a friend. See, that way you're not in trouble. But things happen. We can become offensive sometimes. Things happen. You know, I love watching movies. Love watching movies. And as a person that came up in the age of video games, old man moment, the days of video games back in the day. Oh man, it was beautiful. The looks, the stares you got, the thought process of you daring to ask your parents to buy you a video game that hooks up to the only television in the house. Can you imagine the looks and the stares? And the first response your parents had typically, how was your report card? And you instantly freeze up and say, without thinking, what does the report card have to do with me getting a video game? I don't know who thought of rewarding kids based on good grades or bad grades. That is not the damn deal. Look. It says in the Kid to Parent Handbook, Chapter 2, if you want something, you should have the ability to ask your parents. That's it. It has nothing about homework or chores or punishment. These are all made up devices that they made up to manipulate us as kids. As a 53-year-old man, I'm finally old enough to speak back. But I'm not in front of my parents, so it still doesn't feel like I'm speaking back. The horror of being told, no, you can't get a video game because all of a sudden they want to bring up report card. What? I went 3 for 4 last night in the game. We won 10-8. What about that? What about that? How many other kids can say they went 3 for 4 last night? Huh? And I learned how to hit the curveball that year. And I threw out 2 guys. Where's my reward on that? But back to my point. I just saw the greatest movie ever known to man when it comes to video games and visualization. If you have a television over the size of a 50-inch. Gran Turismo. Oh my God. Since I lost my vision, I tried to play a driving game. Let's just say I gave it back. It was horrible. But my good buddy, my brother, the Boiler Man, is a huge gamer in the driving games. And allegedly there's a challenge coming up when both of these gentlemen get their consoles. They're going to get like a month of practice in. And they're going to have a Gran Turismo match-off. This is going to be fascinating. We may try to get this on pay-per-view, or if not, we're going to get it on Tubi. But in this movie, Gran Turismo, this young man, the concept is he was playing this game so much, the developer had a contest. If you win, you get to actually do the driving experience. At that same time, the marketing department said, hey, we can take this a step further. Let's get them a racing contract. So can you imagine going from a gamer of flying the flight simulator when you're 10 years old, you're playing flight simulator, and now you're an actual commercial airline pilot? That's this movie put me on that mind. Now, can you imagine? Stay with me now. Stay with me. Let's go back to our childhood. Let's go back 1979 and 1982. Dream sequence. All the times were different. Station wagons everywhere. Bell bottoms look good. Then no one wore a bra. Damn it, those were the days. Focus, Dre. Okay. The gaming world just came out. 8-bit video games. Oh, some people were captivated by it. Took the nation by storm. The things we would do to play the game, to get the game, to beat the game. Then they messed up and made it available to play against your buddy side by side. 2-player games. Oh, shut the building down now. Shut the building down. Let the arguments begin. Then I tell y'all to shut the hell up in there in that damn room. I'm going to take that game. We put masking tapes over our mouths. We're going to improvise. We're going to play this damn game. We're going to get this game in. But the gaming world changed. It changed into a way I never thought. I never thought in a million years I would pay $150 for the game, not the console, the game, the game. Then they have the audacity to have add-on to create your players, NBA 2K. Focus, Dre. Focus. But to imagine to be that connected with a video game that you get to actually get the opportunity to do that for a living and get paid for it, to develop a game. We all have played games we know in the back of our head, in the front of our mind, we could make this game better. We know all what we do, all the games that we play, our favorite games. We know what we would do with Madden. We know what we would do with 2K, the show. When college football come back, we know what they should have done 20 years ago. We know because we game that much. That's why we're so opinionated in the gaming world, because we know they're fucking up. But back to the point of this movie, Gran Turismo. If you have not seen it, if you're babysitting your grandchild and they won't shut the hell up, or you're babysitting your grandchild, they won't sit the fuck down, and you have a TV at least 65 inches and bigger, and you have a sound system, put that motherfucking movie on. Put the movie on. I guarantee within 7 minutes, them kids quiet for 2 hours. You can do what you want. You can do what you want to. You can go in the backyard and roll your fatty, clean up the kitchen like you should have did 2 hours ago, put a load in the laundry. You can do a whole lot of shit. You put that movie in and let them babies sit down and watch that movie. This movie is phenomenal. The story, the sound, the picture. It is an amazing movie. Amazing movie. We're going to have one more break here and come back. We're going to talk about podcasts tonight, and I'm going to let you guys enjoy the rest of your Wednesday. We have one more break here on Montez at midday. This is your boy, Dre Montez. Be right back. That was almost a doozy there. That'd have been awful. All right. Be right back.
St. Louis, are you suffering from depression? Our advanced mental health treatments offer support to those facing depression. Supported by science and over 1 million treatments administered, a countless number of lives have been revitalized with our newfound healing process. Because your well-being matters, we have 2 convenient St. Louis locations dedicated to your transformative pursuit of mental wellness. We understand the importance of informed decisions. Research, discover, and take the first step toward a brighter tomorrow. Visit palmiertms.com to uncover more about our non-drug treatment for depression, covered by all major insurance plans. Let us stand by your side on this journey towards mental wellness. Contact us today.
Are back here. Montez at midday. Good folk, good people. How we doing? Hope your midweek, or as they say, hump day is going well. If you're actually humping a day, even more shout out to you. All right, to the people on the daily commute. How did it go for you today? Hope it went well for you. If you didn't tune in at the right time, meaning 12 p.m. Central Standard Time, we talked about, because I saw the movie. Right there, God, it's me, Mark. I also read the book as a kid, and I saw the documentary of Judy Blume over the summer. That book helped a lot of women in their adolescent years, 12 to 14. Men, when we were boys aged 12 to 14, what book helped you? Also, back in the day, we used to use this verbiage all the time. Housewife, house, husband. What is the verbiage used today? I call it household job. What is the responsibility? Also, the gaming life. I saw the movie Gran Turismo, and I'm trying to tell you right now, if you have a television over the size of 65-inch, it'll change your life. If you're babysitting, have a grandchild, or even your own child, 3 months and up, and they won't shut the hell up, put this movie on. Put this movie on. It is something. It made me think, in the gaming life, do you know of anyone that really took that gaming life and made a lifestyle of it, meaning they get paid to play video games, or they got a job based on playing video games. Relay that story. All right, I've seen this in a lot of movies here lately. A few TV shows, a few documentaries, a few net news segments, and a lot of comedians are taking little jabs at the world of podcasting. And as a podcaster the past 7 years, I have this question for you. Whether you're doing it just to do it with your buddies and friends or something to do, it's a hobby, you're doing it for a career change, you actually doing it just for the money, whatever it may be, and you're in the podcasting world. We've all been to industry night. If you were in the service industry before, you know what I'm talking about. But that actually started on the concept of people gathering in a place other than where they work at to have drinks and conversations about the service industry. And we were given discounted prices. So it became service industry night. Musicians have a night like that, or they have a watering hole they go to, and they bounce ideas off each other, share the ups and downs and the parallels of the music industry. So my question is, in the podcasting world, here in the St. Louis area, in Illinois, Bell Vegas in the building, what about a podcast night? I'm talking all podcasters just get together, let's talk, let's get to know one another. Let's find out things that we could DIY this shit, We're not hating, we're congratulating on each other. Maybe we can cross promote, cross guest host, just find out, get to know one another. We know each other from platforms we'll probably never meet. We're probably right next door to each other or down the street or even hang out in the same places, but don't share the identity of what we do. But if we had a night, not once a week, or start out doing it once a month, you get 30 seconds to come up there and introduce who you are, how to find your shit, have your shit come up on the wall so people can check it out. Be a night for us. There's no membership fee, no marketing fee. We're just going to show up and drink and conversate and have fun. I'm going to try to put together a podcast night. If it's something you think you would be interested in, try to do it in different parts of the area, the north, the south, the east, and the west. That gives people a way to get there. As a person that doesn't drive, not by choice, due to the fact I'm legally blind, I try to get to places I know I can get to and from. So I would like to do the same thing for you and your team or your group, however it may be. If you are a podcaster or a live podcast, whatever it may be, in that true sense of that word, I want to put something together like that. I'm going to still try to figure it out. I'm not saying 200 people and all this. It's something small, from like 5 to 8 p.m. on a weekday. Stop on by, you just never know what you can learn from somebody that's doing the same thing. You can probably learn something you didn't know, save a few bucks, get a better idea on how to use what you have, get better understanding, utilization out of your space, how to really understand and running out studio time. What's the real mic to get? If you're trying to rent out a studio, what type of studio should you be looking for? See, things like that. If you want to get an engineer, what's the turnaround on hiring somebody to do editing? What's the right program? Someone that has the same type of style and program and flow as you, but you two haven't met. And I think a podcast night would be pretty cool with that. I've seen all kind of marketing events get put together. Maybe we can do it like a streamer event, have music, a theme, but a podcast night, I think that'd be pretty cool because I've met some amazing podcasters that don't do too much on social media for their own reason. They tell you themselves, I don't know why I don't do social media. They just enjoy talking and publishing their show. There's nothing wrong with that. But it'd be great to put a face with the person in the old school days of talk radio back in the day. You just heard the voice in the box. You never saw the person in the face. So I think this could be a way to branch out. And there's a lot of people that are new to the podcasting world that would like to learn and find out things, but they're afraid they're stepping on toes or being too nosy or being too evasive. So I think this could be a good way to get the people together. So stay tuned for that. I've taken enough of your time up today, great people. Again, shout out to Cupcake. Check out. She's all over social media. Get your calendar today. Don't forget, if you mention those words, Trey Montez, get 30% off for sure. Speaking of that, may have a nice surprise for you next week on Monday on D&D. don't get butthurt. Still working on the details on that, so stay tuned for that. If you haven't heard my latest podcast episode, Who's to Blame? The podcast, it's up on Spotify or wherever you listen to your favorite podcast at. But do yourself a favor and visit the website at www.dremontez.com. Well, boys and girls, children of all ages, I'm going to do myself a favor and get out of here and enjoy this amazing weather that we're having. I'm not a meteorologist, but I did stay at a Holiday Inn Express before. And I tell you what, I'm going to enjoy this weather. Thanks for tuning in today, guys, and I will see you tomorrow. Same time, same bat channel, 12 p.m. Central Standard Time. Thank you, and have a good day. All righty, good people. And we out.